Hey everybody, this is Glidercat, and it's time to play. We're back in Evospace. Let's get back to it. Last episode, I think we just started working on our kind of circuits factory. I've been working on kind of enclosing that in a building. It's not done yet, but that's kind of how it's going to look. This middle bar kind of going down the middle, those are actually glass blocks. Can't see through them, but let's hit in there and we'll pick up kind of where we left off. I did a little bit of work. I've got some doors here. I don't know if they're going to stay here. I just was testing these out. Let's see, right click to open them. And then I put in a different stairway here, kind of double wide, along with some support beams just for looksies. And then I think we saw all this. Got tons of logs stored. We're not going to have any problems there. We have tons. But I'm using these for making these walls too. This particular factory building has wood walls. So we're going through a lot of it. In fact, I think I've got some crafting. Yeah, I've got some crafting right now. A bunch of things queued up. Let's go up to the next story. Yeah, this is all wood production. And we send wood up to the second floor. Second floor, this is where we're making the planks. Right? And then from planks, I think it is, we need to do the boards, right? Let's see. Do I have anything useful here? Yeah, there's our planks. So from planks, we just need to saw them again to get circuit boards. Just thinking. Yeah, we'll do that on the next floor up. This will just be planks, and then I want to store some of these too. So we've got wood coming up from below. And then it goes into a splitter here. Wood goes down the aisle there. Gets fed into cutters. So that's a cutter. That's a cutter. Pulling off of this same wood belt. Cutter is fueled by this heat energy. Eventually this will be replaced with electric motors and power cables. And we'll probably wire those cables maybe from below, from the first floor ceiling. So all of this heat pipe is probably going to change down the road once we unlock the tech. And then once the cutter cuts it into a plank, we've got an inserter kind of right there, which is putting it onto a belt. And that belt, if I can get to it, kind of lifts up, and all the completed planks kind of make their way over to this wall. And then we'll just send them up to the next floor to be turned into circuit boards. Let's see. Let's go right click. So we'll have this kind of going up in through the ceiling. Boom. And on the next floor, we'll make the circuit boards. So that's what I've got. Now I just need to kind of mirror image this. I want to get as many lines as we can kind of fit on this floor reasonably. So again, here's one wood supply. We've got another wood supply. I think there's room. Let's see. We need to, this side's not really finished yet. I've got my cutters down, my Stirling engines, my heat pipe. I just need to get wood into the cutters and planks out of these cutters. And then I think we've got room for a whole nother line, maybe over here too. Just wrestling with how many to put on a single belt going up. We're not going to be perfectly scaled. I'm not going to take too much time or any time really looking at the ratios for this. Just kind of want to have fun building out the factory. But let's, I guess, finish up over here. We're going to need wood to come down. It'll be kind of mirror image to that line. So we want wood. Let's see. We're going to want, let's grab some inserters. We're going to want inserters to pull wood and send it that way. And I think we'll take our planks. And I'm just looking over there to see how we're getting rid of planks. Looks like these two share a belt for planks. I could run straight over there. Seems like I should. Show you what I'm thinking. Boom. Belt. Just like that. And same thing here. Boom. But we only need one inserter on this side. That. just need to bring this wood over. Just make sure everybody's going to work here. That guy's getting cut. Plank onto the belt. Belt over there. Same thing here. That guy's working. And this guy's going to cut a plank and send it. This is probably way over capacity. We can always split up the output belts and run them up the wall later. We'll worry about that sometime later, maybe never. Let's do... I don't want to mirror image this side too. Can we do that? Just trying to think of where our heat pipe's going to go. We're going to need another belt of wood. That one's already pushing out. Just thinking how to do another one here. I've got heat pipe. Let's see. We want to come out 2 and then down. And then Stirling engine and just mirror image all of that. Let's try that. There's a keystroke here. If you look at something and hit the Q key, boom, I think it gives you the blueprint for it. This time we want these facing the other direction though. Like that, I think. Right? Then our cutter, so look at a cutter, hit Q. And rotate this guy. Boom, boom, boom. Then I gotta bring my wood belt over. So inserters. Bringing wood in. Wood comes in, wood comes in. And then planks go out. I think I can do the same thing here. And run these belts straight into there. Something like that. Belts. I think that's going to do it. Let's just watch this work. We're getting by with a single furnace to run all this heat pipe. We'll see once we have all of the factory running, if that's going to be able to keep up. If it can't, we can throw more furnaces to generate heat. Like I said, eventually we'll have electricity and this won't be an issue with the heat pipes. They look cool, but I do want to use electricity for all of our factories. It's just kind of a goal. Okay, I see everybody putting planks on belts, so I think that side's done. And now we want to kind of mirror image onto this side. Oh man, how are we going to do that? Okay, we got a belt going down. Belt going down the middle. One belt. Then a splitter, it looks like. Let's see how we can do this. Belt. Put a belt on top of this. Didn't do anything. Trying to see how we can get this guy. There we go. Boom. And then I think one belt, and then we've got an actual splitter. Right? Or was that automatically formed? Take a look. Do I have splitters? Yeah, I do. I think that's what I want. Boom. This guy goes through. Oh man, I need to make more belts, looks like. Let's get some of those queued up. Craft 25. Oh, I got a bunch. Craft 100. We'll get a bunch of those made. Gonna chew through my copper, I think. That looks about right. Then we're just gonna repeat this whole model here. Go inserters. Where's our little furnace? Way over on that side. Trying to think if there's a way to put that more in the center. Seems like it would make more sense in the center, but I don't have good room for that anywhere. Inserter, cutter, Sterling, copper furnace. I think we're going to need to make one of those too. Get 5 of those queued up. Bear with me. There we go. Inserter. Then our cutter. Then our Sterling engine. Gotta rotate that on the side. Then where's the heat pipe? Yeah, it looks like it's coming from back here somewhere. Do something like this. We're working on this little stretch right here. Yeah, heat pipe goes next to the Sterling engine, up, over, this way. And I think our furnace sits right next to the Sterling engine, right? Yep. See if that's built yet. I don't think it is. Have any. I don't have any in inventory. I'm not seeing them if I do. 17 more belts. We'll put an end to that. There we go. I can queue up more belts. 25 of those. And furnace is there. And then we have another Sterling engine and all that. But how are we feeding that furnace? Let's see. Oh, I'm just taking right off of this belt of wood. Let's do that. Belt of wood comes out. Inserter. We can start using the Q key here to speed things up. Okay, there's my fuel. Then my output belt, I think, is like this. And we kind of go right up to this main wood belt and then hop up. So output belt, that, and then we go up. So right click, scroll up, boom, and is it up one more? I think it is. I think, could be wrong. Up, one and then across. So that one needs to go, I think. This guy's going to ride on top of here if I can get it. Boom. And you're going to go all the way to the wall, basically. -1. Fine. That's those outputs. Then what? Then we've got, I'm just looking at the spacing here. Belt. We get a space and a cutter. Space. Then our next cutter is here. Stirling engine. There. Heat pipe comes down. Again, we're going to get rid of the heat pipe. Little in the way with this particular design. Could run it under the floor. If we're going to keep heat, I would probably run this under the floor. And just bring it up from below so it's not so obtrusive. The heat pipe lines up with the top of the furnace and then branches over. All right. The heat pipe comes out this way. And comes out and down where we need it. That guy's now powered. We need to get you logs. Boink. The other one is probably right there, I think. I'm trying to see through that belt. Those guys all have wood. Now we got to get the output belt. Let's see how that's configured. Okay, those are both pushing towards the middle here. So, inserters. One that way. That way. Belt. Like that. And then up. So right click, scroll up, or not scroll up, but right click and push forward. Boom. So has input for wood, has output for planks. Same thing here, two inserters. That all looks like it's working. Might be missing something. Then I think we just mirror image. Whoa. We just mirror image on these Stirling engines. So a Stirling engine right next to the furnace. You to get that guy. Yeah, the other direction. Boink. 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 Heat pipe down for these guys. Boink. Then our cutters. Our outputs. See if I can grab this cue. Outputs and output. Output. Belt of planks and a belt of planks. And then I just got to bring the wood through here. Boink. Boink. Copy this guy with Q. Boink. 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 All right, let's make sure these guys are all throwing planks out. Onto the output belts. Okay, that middle one is good. That one's good. And this guy's good. That is all working. I think that's as far as we want to go, except this side we want to do kind of the same thing. And then we got to figure out our outputs. So inserter, cutter, Sterling. Inserter. Cutter. Sterling. And then heat comes where? How do we get that over there? We ride over the inserters. Yeah, one back from there, I think. This is where our heat pipe goes. And then we just continue on down this way, I believe. That one's already hooked up. And then output belts. Yeah, this one's a little tricky. Yeah, the output's kind of weird. I'll show you something. These two output belts here. Can I get up there? Yeah. I wanted them to be on a single belt across the middle here, but I just could not make it work. These kind of automatic merger things don't do well when they're right next to each other. At least that's my experience. I had this set up as a single line, and then a plank came through in the results output belt or whatever, the output belt. And it just went floating out into space. It just, like it was on a conveyor belt, was just floating in the air and just went out into the abyss when I tried it. So I'm going to try to keep these things apart. I don't like the asymmetry here. Kind of like keeping things symmetric. But we're going to rework this a bit when we get electrical power. And then this is early on, right? This is one of the first factories we're building. So we're going to kind of learn as we go how we want to design things. All right. So these guys have planks. They just need a place to do their output. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Output is a little funky. Out and up on its own thing. Okay. So we basically copy what we did over on the other side. We're going to have belts. That. And then we're going to go up. So right click, slide forward. Boom. And then we need to change the orientation here. Right click, sideways maybe? Right click, up. See if I can get the right orientation here. Maybe I'll start on the ground. Shift R. And then regular R. Oh, that's not what I want. Shift R. R, okay. I can't get what I want. I don't want to face the other direction, right? So that's R. That's not what I want. Shift R is like that. That's not what I want. Control R. That's not what I want. Alt R. That brings up some kind of diagnostic thing. What do I got to do? How about right click forward? Okay, R, Shift R. Okay, that got me what I want. I don't like what it takes to get to that, but that did eventually get me what I wanted. Same thing we got to do here. I should do the heat pipes last since they really get in the way. You like that, and then you right click, drag forward, boom. Grab some inserters. I think. Let's see. Yeah, the one closest to that wall has the doubled up output belt. That means you're going to go and you're going to go in this output belt, and then the last guy is going to take that output belt. Okay, that should be good. Then we want to climb up the wall. Should be... This should be the wall we climb up, I think. Boink. Like that. Poke through there. And this guy is going to just kind of meet us over there. I think I tried to keep these so the boxes sat on top of the belt, rather than having them like balanced sideways against the wall. There's no conveyor lift, so I can't do anything about going up to the next floor. But as far as bridging these two things, we want... That's R. That's Shift R. That's what I want. Right there and there. Down and over. Do that. These aren't entirely symmetrical, right? Because this burner should probably be on the other side. These aren't going to be perfectly symmetrical. I think what I want to do, just copy this guy. Put you there. We'll see how if there's room for all this the way I want to do it. You there. There. Feels a little weird running a wood belt right next to another one. But like I said, we're just getting started. Oh, need more belts. In fact, I might need to make a run over to get more copper. Maybe we'll do that while these are crafting up. We can also look at our research. I've just been picking things kind of at random that just take calculations. You can see these all take circuits. That one's done. Circuit, 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 circuit. Advanced circuit. Done, done. Circuit. Done. Looking for anything that's not done that only requires calculations. A lot of these those are for later. Those all require circuits. Gotta be something left for us. Maybe not. Fluid dumping. That only takes computations. Can I do it? Or do you have a prerequisite? You have a prerequisite container. Fine. How about we do that guy? And let's make a quick run over to the copper. A little copper platform. We'll grab some ingots. This is going to get scaled up into a huge factory on its own. It'll look a little different than that, but it's going to be enclosed in a building. And we're going to redo it completely. So this guy just pumps out copper ingots for us. But for now, we've got just a temporary, goofy looking platform. In fact, I've shut down the coal supply, or the energy supply to the mining drill, because I've got a bunch of copper ore here. I've only got one, I've only got one little smelter. I should have more. I don't want to invest too much in this since it's temporary. And then while I'm in kind of the neighborhood, I'm going to grab some stone as well. And craft some more bricks. Oh, this is a little temporary thing I put up to make glass. Let's grab that. Boom. And I think I've got some more sand. Load that up. Make sure this furnace has plenty of coal. It does. I'm just going to grab this stone. Let's craft more conveyors. And then maybe some of these bricks. About 100 more bricks. Research is complete. Let's pick another one. Looks like there's another level for fluid containers. Just grab that. Head back and finish working on these planks. Okay, let's run that wood belt. And heat pipe. Misclick there. Boom. Boom. Looks like I need to build more cutters. One more. I'm going to turn off the belt and that. Get myself a cutter. We're going to need a bunch of these. Let's get 25 of those going, actually. It's going to chew through the rest of my copper. But we're going to need a bunch of those for the next level up, where we cut boards into circuit boards. Let's see. Did we get one yet? Yep. And then inserters. That's for wood and wood. And that's going to be output, output, output. And then hopefully I have enough conveyors to finish this part. Conveyors, output belt, output belt. What am I missing? Something's missing. Heat. That one's clearly working. We'll just watch these two work. Yeah, that one's throwing a plank onto the belt, and that one is too. So we are good to go. So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2, 8 lines kind of creating boards for us, and then outputs going up there. I'm curious about seeing if we could store off some of these somewhere. How could we do that? Could I put a splitter right here and then like a rack? So in case we ever needed boards, let's try it. Show you what I mean. Do I have any racks? I'm looking at these guys. Copper item racks. I don't see any. Let's get 2 of those queued up. And I may stop my cutters. I'm thinking splitter right there, maybe. Let's try it. Splitters. We probably need to make some more of those. Okay, input. That. And how about an output belt that comes down the wall? Let's see. Will that work? That might do it right there, right? So that comes out, and then let's just feed some of this output into a big storage in case we want it just for handcrafting or something. All right, did I get my little racks yet? Where are they? Don't see them. Thought we just made 2. Why am I not seeing these? Upper shelf. Are they still being crafted? No. They're there. They're there, right there. I just couldn't find them. All right, yeah, this should feed with a belt, right? Yeah, boom. I like it. Do the same thing on the other side. We know we're going to have an abundant number of these things. So something like that. While I'm thinking about it, let me get a couple more splitters built too. Copper splitter, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for the splitter. Thought we had one extra. Work. There it is. Boom. Make sure the white is where the input's going. Boom. Looks like it's hooked up. And then belt going along the bottom. Boink. All right, so now we got planks being stored. We got a whole bunch of wood being stored down below. All right, we have a bunch of shelves. We just incorporated those into the design, so we got tons of buffer on that. Now we've got some planks in case we need them. And those are heading up to the next floor. Let's go up to the next floor. Right, so there's our planks coming up. Boom, and planks coming up here. So now what we need to do is just run those through a bunch of saws and then send them up another floor. It's going to be a tall factory, I think. I'm just keeping one floor per product just for organization. We could obviously make this way more compact, stack a bunch of stuff together. It's just kind of a design choice. We're going to have to go up at least 2 more floors. So once we get boards, like I said, that'll be easy. We'll just set up a bunch of cutters and we'll send that product up to the next level. And then once we have the circuit boards, let's, can I just get in here? Let's see. There's our planks. We're going to have circuit boards. And all we needed to do is combine these with copper wire. Looks like it takes electricity, though, in an assembler building. So, yeah, we're going to have to make use of, like, heat, then Stirling engines, then motors to generate the electricity for these assemblers. Eventually we'll just run power cable to them, but we don't have that ability yet. Let's look at the tech tree real quick. Pick something real quick just to get the thing going. And then let's look at what we can actually craft. I think we're gonna have to smelt iron. Look at the map. Iron ore. Yeah, we're going to need to set up an iron operation here. Either here or over here. Probably next. Because we need some iron building materials. For iron machines before we can actually generate that electricity. If we go to all tiers. Yeah, down here in steel. I don't need steam turbine. I want to convert over to electricity as soon as we can. And so I thought it was in steel. We saw it. Yeah, there's our steel electric engine. Steel generator converts kinetic energy into electricity. And then that's electric to kinetic. There's our electric furnace to generate heat from electricity. How are we going to generate most of our electricity? We'll have to think about that. If we're going to burn coal and just build a big old power plant off of where our coal deposit is. We could also generate electricity with wood, just burn a bunch of wood, kind of like we're doing in this factory. We're just taking logs from down below and using that for all of our heat. We could build a factory anywhere, a power plant, like a wood burning power plant, pretty much anywhere, as long as we have water nearby. And even if we don't have water nearby, we could do it. There's an atmospheric condenser that gets us water. Let's see where that is. That is, I think we already have that. Where are you? There it is right there. Copper atmospheric condenser. Collects liquids and gases out of the atmosphere. So we could get water that way too. What does this guy take? Kinetic energy. So yeah, we'll see. But I think we'll wrap this episode here. In the next episode, let's work on converting all of these planks into circuit boards up here. We'll just run a line and, I don't know, split these out by 4. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's it for this one. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this series on Evospace. Pretty cool game. We're going to take it nice and casual. Pretty easy. I'm not racing through the tech tree. Just want to build these enclosed factories. And this is kind of the first one that's taken shape. We'll try to use different styles as we go. But yeah, that's it for this one. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members for their support. And with that, I will see you all in the next episode.